Hello, and welcome to this episode. Hello. The UN Security Council voted unanimously Friday to immediately end its peacekeeping mission in Mali as demanded by the country's military junta, which has brought in mercenaries from Russia's Wagner Group to help fight illegal insurgency. Mali is a landlocked country in West Africa which has grappled with insurgency for over a decade. It has seen its relations with the international community become strained, in part because the ruling junta brought in the Wagner mercenaries. The mercenaries have also been engaged in Moscow's war in Ukraine and were part of a short-lived mutiny against Russia's military last so led by the Wagner Group's founder, Yevgeny Prigozhin. The French drafted resolution adopted a 15 to 0 vote which terminates the mandate of the peacekeeping mission known as MINUSMA as of Friday a week or so ago. It orders the mission to start the withdrawal Saturday. It's the day after more than 15,000 personnel to be completed by the end of the year. Now, the U.S. Deputy Ambassador Jeffrey DeLaurentis expressed regret the military government's decision to abandon the UN mission. He also said that some domestic actors, quote unquote, in Mali are calling for harassment of peacekeepers and urged the mission to ensure the safe and orderly transfer of UN facilities and equipment to UN designated places. He went on to say that the UN has a responsibility to minimize the risk that its assets fall into the hands of those looking to destabilize Mali or bring harm to its people, including violent extremist organizations and the Wagner Group, he said. The British ambassador, Barbara Woodward, expressed regret that Mali wanted the peacekeepers to leave at a time when the region is facing increasing instability and humanitarian needs. And we do not believe the partnership with Wagner will deliver long-term stability and security for the Malian people, she said. Meanwhile, the U.S. National Security Council spokesperson John Kirby expressed deep concern of Wagner's destabilizing activities in Africa, especially Mali and the Central African Republic. He told reporters in Washington that U.S. information indicates, quote, the Malian transition government has paid over $200 million to Wagner since late 2021. End quote. Despite the payments, he went on to say, security hasn't improved and terror attacks and violent crime have increased in central Mali. Kapi also Prigozhin helped engineer the speedy departure of UN peacekeepers to further Wagner's interests. So they must went on to say that we know that senior Malian officials work directly with proximity based to the UN Secretary General. Mali have provided consent for the MINUSMA mission, end of quote, attributed to the ambassador. Mali has struggled to contain an Islamic extremist insurgency since 2012, and extremist rebels were forced to confront power in the West African nation of Northern cities the following year with the help of a French-led military operation. But they regrouped in the desert and began launching attacks on the Malian army and its allies. The UN peacekeepers came in a few months later in what has become one of the most dangerous UN missions in the world, UN Security Channel, Antonio Guterres paid tribute to the 309 MINUSPA personnel who lost their lives in the service of peace during 10 years. The mission has deployed in Mali, the spokesperson said. And Mali has been moved by a military junta following takeovers starting in 2020, led by Colonel Hassan Koita, who now runs the country. The resolution welcomes Koita's commitment to organizing free and fair presidential elections in February 2024 and ensuring the return to constitutional order following months. Commitments that De Laurentiis and other council members said the transitional government must keep. The council's decision to end the UN mission followed a demand by Mali's foreign minister Abdou Ali Diop to the Security Council on June 16 that the peacekeepers leave the country, claiming they failed in their mission to restore security. There's a crisis of confidence between Malian authorities and MINUSPA, said. Following Friday's vote, Diop told national broadcaster ORTN that many Malians have requested the withdrawal. It called peacekeeping mission a threat to our country, and quote, he went on to say that it was a hasty decision. So the government's desire to take charge of its own affairs and the strengthening of its military and security forces. The United Nations needs support of governments for the peacekeeping missions to operate. Russia's deputy UN ambassador Anna Evestikeva told the council Moscow supports the transitional government's aspiration to take full responsibility and let breeding war and stabilizing instead. He said Russia will continue providing comprehensive bilateral support to Mali to normalize the situation in the country. Mali's US ambassador, Lisa Bonforo, told the council after the vote that while MINUSPA didn't achieve its mission, they will be watching developments. So that's it in a context, in a nutshell, of the UN mission in Mali, a country that has gone through upheaval, just like some of its neighbors, such as Chad and others. So we, as always, we don't take sides, but I think it's important to note that there have been obviously a history of involvement of foreign troops in that country, and we then know that and the UN mission is there to sort of peacekeeping and stabilize the country and protect civilians and life, but clearly a local government needs to give consent, and in this case that consent was withdrawn. So that is where things remain, and we shall monitor developments and keep you updated. So there we shall leave it on this episode of the Diary of a Lawyer. Thanks for listening, and we shall speak again. Thanks, bye.